Design of pre-stressed concrete element. It is subject for 17 CV 82 for a semester student. Module 1 Introduction and Analysis of Members. In session 6 today we discuss here analysis the stresses encountered in PSC elements using transfers and at working is the course outcome. Presented by myself, Dr. Navin GM. Then today we discuss about the load balancing techniques. It may be defined as the process by which pending effect of dead load and live load is effectively nullified at all the sections of the beam or at critical location of the beam in the order to ensure the effect live load, that is load balancing. The longitudinal cables profile is provided in pre-stressed concrete member. What is meant by this means the longitudinal cable means what is the passion of bending moment occur due to the external load. That passion of cables will be provided. For the main advantages of such cables are depending on the magnitude of moment, stress contribution is altered by varying end eccentricity as well as the pre-stressing force. Also, the net force available at support sections at reduced and hence shear can be either minimized or completely avoided, which is the one of the advantages of this load balancing technique. This is the case 1. We are considering a uniformly distributed load on a beam, that is the P acting at the end of the beam. In that, this is the passion of parabola. We are providing the passion of parabola cables in it. Why? Because this is UDL. We are getting this passion of bending moment, that is for parabolic passion at the upward. We are providing on downwards to nullify the bending effect acting on a beam due to external loading. This is M is equal to WL square by 8 at the center. Then this P into sin theta for small angle, sin theta is equal to, that is theta, that is we call it as alpha. Okay, sin alpha into P is equal to P alpha. Similarly for this end also we are getting a PA. In that, this is the figure number 1. In that a straight cable is provided means a PA V is equal to, this W is equal to WL by 2. WL by 2 is the shear occur at this one. In that second point, this UDL is creating a pressure in upward. This W is equal to 2PA by N. This is the UDL provided for this pressure on downward. This is the P, this is the P at the end. This is the figure 2. Then an ideal cable profile is defined as one in which bending moment due to eccentricity of thrust wear is in the same manner as the bending moment due to dead load and live load as shown in figure 1. Okay, we see that figure 1. A parabolic cable is ideally suited when the simply supported beam is used to support uniformly distributed load. Here the uniformly distributed load carries a parabola, a passion of bending moment. In this case, the beam is provided within an upward reactive force of intensity, that is 2p alpha by L. To balance the effect of this is dead load and live load. What is 2p alpha by L means here we are getting 2p, that is p alpha, here p alpha, this is 2p, that is what is the length, that is the small n, we are taken as 2p alpha L, where W is equal to sum of dead load and live load. This W is the dead load and live load summation of that. Then P is the effective pre-stressed force in the cable after the losses. What is the effective pre-stressing force? This is P. Then alpha is equal to inclined of the cable profile, that is horizontal. With respect to horizontal, this is the angle of alpha. This is the angle in between P and the neutral axis. At support, what is that support? As shown in figure 2, you see this figure 2. Okay, at support, the cable profile is symmetrical, having a span L and central depth H, the maximum eccentricity. Then the ordinate Y at a distance with A or B as origin, as shown as given by Y is equal to, this is the parabolic equations, Y is equal to 4h by L square of Lx minus x square. This is well popular parabolic equation. Okay, in this we are solving so many problems in arches. This is Y is equal to 4h L square of Lx minus x square. To calculate the ordinate, we are finding this x and L is known. Here x is varies from 0 to 1. Using the above equation, substitute a particular value of x, we can generate eccentricity at different section. Okay, with different section we can calculate the eccentricity. Let alpha be the inclination of the tangent to the curve at the section xx. To get the alpha at xx, if any section exists. Okay, differentiate equation 1, this equation with respect to x, the sigma y is equal to dy by dx agutte, and also 4h x square minus means that is L into x means L, this is x square by 2, we are get 2 here. Okay, for this integration we are getting dy by dx is equal to 4h by 2 L square of L minus 2x. This is equation number 2. This is tan alpha is equal to alpha for small angle. Using the equation 2, the respective value of alpha can be obtained along all this section. At the support section, that is at support section E is equal to 0. If you are using E is equal to 0 means here alpha is equal to 4h by L. Then where x is equal to L by 2, substitute the equation number 2, x is equal to L by 2 means 2 to cancel, L is equal to 0 here. Therefore, the substitute in equation 2, we are getting alpha is equal to theta b, that is y is equal to minus 4h by L square. Then that is bending moment is equal to 0, eccentricity if it is 0, the slope will be maximum. When x is equal to L by 2, that is half of the span, where bending moment is equal to maximum as well as eccentricity, that is alpha is equal to 0 from equation number 2. Then case 2, the beam subjected to concentrated central load or central concentrated load, whatever it may be. In that you see this one W, that is central point load or concentrated load. In that case, what is the fashion of cable? This is rectangular. Okay, this is this type of cable will be provided, not is parabola. This is straight cable. We call it as bent cable. Okay, this is normally called as a bent cable at the center. This alpha is equal to P cos alpha is equal to P for small angle. This is P sin alpha is equal to P alpha in that end. that is V is equal to WL by 2, WL by 2, that is reaction. For single point load, that is the maximum bending moment, WL by 4. This is P alpha, this is P alpha. The summation of this 2 alpha, this is the upward load to P alpha it comes. This is the passion of bending moment, that is WL by 4. This is tan alpha is equal to alpha, that is E divided by L by 2. Therefore, that is E is equal to 2 alpha by L. We are getting E value is equal to 2 alpha by L here. The bent cable profile as shown in figure is ideally suited when simply supported beam is required to carry central concentrated load. In this, the bending effect of imposed load can be completely nullified, provided P is equal to 2P alpha, where alpha is calculated from the geometry of the cable profile. That is, tan alpha is equal to E by L by 2. Here alpha is equal to 2 EI by L. This is for bent cable or central concentrated load carries on beam. Then in case 3, beam subjected to 2 concentrated load at a 1/3 of the beam normally, that is W here, W here, that is a simply supported beam carries a 2P alpha here. This is the angle, that is alpha. Okay, this is a bent cable, same as this fashion, not a parabola. This is the bent cable. At this value, that is E, and this is E. How can you get this? What is the bending moment here? WA is equal to E. WE is equal to W into A. In that cases, this is P alpha, this is P alpha. The 2P alpha is equal to this point load, P alpha. That is tan alpha is equal to E by A. Okay, alpha is equal to E by A for small angle. Then, if 2 point loads of equal magnitude are similarly placed either end for a simply supported beam, the ideal cable profile is maximum and constant eccentricity in the region where bending moment is maximum, or balance the loads. In this case, beam provides 2 reactive forces in upward direction of the magnitude P alpha. You see this figure, that is upward action. This is 2P alpha, this is P alpha, this summation is 2P alpha. The bending effect of imposed load can be completely nullified provided W is equal to P alpha. Here alpha is the decided from the geometry of the profile, that is tan alpha is equal to E by A. For what is this decided from the geometry of the profile means tan alpha is equal to, for small angle, alpha is equal to E by A. This is for your 2 concentrated load at a 1/3. If your E is equal to alpha is equal to 2 E by L, that is E is equal to alpha into L by 2 for this is bent cable. For parabolic cable, that is 4H by L. This is that alpha will be depends on the geometry of a profile of the cable. Then, if your beam of 2 concentrated load, we see this one concentrated load, this is alpha, this alpha will be decided by which type of load acting on it. This is E value at this point and this point. Then coming to the problem, solution of the problem. In that which type of profile of cable is used, that is the main thing. In this we are solving the problem. By these three cases we are solving here a problem. A simply supported pre-stressed concrete beam of a rectangular section, that is 320 into 500 mm, is pre-stressed by a parabolic tendon with a pre-stressing force of 400 kilonewton. The tendon has a sag of 100 mm at midspan. Find the extreme fiber stress at midpoint by load balancing technique. We see this one in your exam. The load balancing technique means we are using this technique. Otherwise you are go for a stress criteria. If it is subjected to a UDL of 20,000 Newton per meter, the span of the beam is 7 meter. Then the cross section is given here, 320 width and depth of 500 mm. A pre-stressing force of 400 kilonewton here, 400 kilonewton here each. Then alpha is not given. You can calculate this alpha by using this. E is equal to sagging of 100 mm. Sagging means downward anta. Here 100 mm here. Then this is UDL is given. This is the passion of parabola. Okay, here is a load is given 20,000 Newton meter, that is parabola in nature. The length of the beam is 7 meter is given. Then solution of this problem. Cross section area of the beam A is equal to, that is area of cross section 320 into 520 is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to 5 mm square. This is the cross sectional area of a beam. Let us assume a density of concrete as 25 kilonewton per meter cube. That is, density of concrete is not specified in this problem, therefore we have taken 25 kilonewton per meter. Self-weight of the section is equal to, that is A into rho, that is A is 1.6 into 10 raised to 5 divided by 1000 square into 25,000 gives 4,000 Newton meter. Okay, then total load acting on a beam is equal to 4,000 here, self-weight is 4,000, live load is given 20,000. How this 20,000 comes here? We are given UDL of 20,000 Newton per meter is equal to 24,000 Newton per meter. Okay, since the effect of dead load and live load is balanced, it means tension is not permitted at working load. That is, tension is not permitted at working load, that is FL2 is equal to 0. We know that FL2 is equal to, that is bottom, P by A plus PEY2 divided by I plus MTY2 divided by I. This is the bottom fiber stress equation. Then moment of inertia about neutral axis of bending, I is equal to BD cube by 12, that is B is equal to 320 into D is equal to 500 cube divided by 12, that is 3.33 into 10 raised to 9 mm to the power of 4. Then FL2 is equal to 0, that is equal to 400 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to 5 plus 400 into 10 raised to 3 into minus 100 into minus 250, that is Y2. Here also eccentricity minus, this is downward, by 3.33 into 10 raised to 9 is the E value, I value. Then plus MT into equal to 250 divided by 3.3 into 10 raised to 9. Therefore, if substituting all the value, we are given that this is 0 equal to 2.5. This divided by this gives 2.5. This whole gives 3.003 plus MT into 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 8. Therefore, this is mt is equal to 73.37 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm square. Okay, this is the moment developed to nullify the dead load and live load moment. That is equation number 1. That is positive sign of moment indicates sagging bending moment. Then given total load W is equal to 24,000 Newton per meter. The moment due to dead load and live load, that is mt is equal to, that is 24,000 into 7 square. The span is 7 meter, that is 7 square divided by 8 into 1000. This lead to mm equal to 1.47 into 10 raised to 8 Newton mm. That is equation number 2. This lead to total moment. Then compare 1 and 2. Comparing 1 and 2. You see this one comparing 1. This is 73 into 10 raised to 6. Here 1.47 into 10 raised to 8 Newton mm square. This compared 1 and 2. We have the moment developed due to actual load is greater than when the compared to the moment developed when no tension is permitted. Therefore, we have taken, let us restricted the moment to the lower value, that is 73.37 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. The total moment we are considering here 73.37 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm. This is the lower value we are getting. Then the top fiber stress developed in the member. How to calculate this top fiber stress means FL1 is equal to P by A plus PE Y1 by I plus MT Y1 divided by I. This is the equation or relation to calculate the top fiber stress developed in a member. Then substitute P value and A value, that is 400 into 10 raised to 3 is 1.6 into 10 raised to 5. This is 400 into 10 raised to 3 into E is equal to minus 100 into 250 divided by I is equal to 3.33 into 10 raised to 9 plus 73.37 into 10 raised to 6 into 250 divided by 3.33 into 10 raised to 9. Therefore, this is 2.5 minus 3.003 plus 5.508. This FL1 is equal to, we are substituting this value and this value leads to get the value of, this is value of 2.5, this is 3.03, that is minus, here we are getting plus value of 5.05. You plus minus plus, we are getting the FL1 is equal to 5 Newton mm square at the top of the member. These are the some references we are taken to prepare this slides. If any doubts, you see these references, and if any doubt, please ask here. This is, thank you for listening today's session. If any doubts, please ask free. We are free to answering your questions. If any doubts, please ask here.